If you're wondering what I use for video lighting, now you know. Hi everybody, welcome back to another episode of Anything and Everything. As you can tell, today is gonna be a little bit different. We're gonna be opening this record that I got a long time ago. I'm just gonna be yapping about music, about vinyls, I guess. I don't actually have a script planned or a timeline planned. I got this record a while ago as a gift, but I've been kind of procrastinating opening it because I always wanted to record it, but I was a little bit too lazy to do my usual IGTV like live. So I'm just gonna merge it with my podcast, I guess, and just open it. Um, yeah, maybe I'll talk about this album. Who knows? I hope you guys enjoy. I guess just a little bit of a recap for new people. Last couple of years, like ever since I started collecting records, I would go on live on my spam and kind of just open them on camera because I just really enjoy like seeing things being opened. When I was younger, I used to watch a lot of like K-pop album opening videos, which is yeah, so it's kind of just like for my own archive. Um, and then the live feature got banned for people who didn't have like 1,000 followers. And then like the reels format, yeah, I think my last two recent ones I did do it on reels, but it just feels a little bit awkward. I'd rather just I don't know. I have been collecting records for quite a couple years. I think since I was like 19. Um, and I guess in a way also I'm one of those people, right, that like contributed to the return of like vinyl as a format. It's such a common hobby nowadays, I think, among people in my age range. Um, and I used to be really like obsessed about it, like genuinely. So I have like a few hobbies on rotation, right? And this is one of them. So every couple months or like once in a year maybe or like every other year, I will get super obsessed with like collecting records. And I always feel a little bit strange about this hobby specifically because it's all about consumption, right? In that sense, like compared to my other hobbies like gardening or journaling, it's more like creative, or you watch things like grow. There's a lot, it teaches you a lot in terms of like patience. Like it's not just about like the more you have, the more you do it, right? um and I'm sure like there is a lot of other meanings that like collecting vinyls can have, right? Or like certain values that it can teach you. But for me, I guess just personally, it's always been centered around this idea of like consumption. For me to engage in this hobby, actually, what I do other than actually listening to it is like half of it is about consumption, it's about buying, right? And don't get me wrong, I do really enjoy like collecting vinyls. Like part of the reason why I started it in the first place. So I collect CDs, cassettes, and vinyls, right? All three um formats. And I started off with CDs, and it really just came from this place where, because like music is so intangible, right? Like everything is like digital, it's like a sound, it's a bit, it's a file. And I guess I just really wanted something tangible to kind of capture this like intangible music. And obviously I love albums, like just being able to, I guess, hold a physical album and like see the art, you know. I don't know, it's just it makes it feel more real in a way. To kind of like overcome this like consumption aspect of like vinyl collecting, uh my rule for buying albums is that I have to really like the album, like a majority of the songs on the album, or it has to contribute to like a certain mood or atmosphere that I want. So most of the albums, if not all of the albums, that I own like physically are albums that I genuinely truly love. Albums that I've been listening to for a very long time, or like I go back to consistently, or I feel like overall it's just like a great album to have. There's also certain albums. I think this is completely subjective, by the way, super arbitrary standard. But I think there are some albums that are like perfect vinyl albums. Like they are perfect in a physical form. My favorite example, right, is Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon, right? It's such an overrated album. If I'm not wrong, I think it is like the second most like bought slash like made vinyl of all time, right? So there's like a lot of copies of it floating around, and it's also one of those albums like within the vinyl collecting community. It's like, of course you have this album, you know, like everybody has it, of course you would have it too. And but it's like there's a perfect reason why people have it, why so many people have it. um like the specific thing about vinyl is about like the sound quality, right? Being able to appreciate music in a more detailed way. And The Dark Side of the Moon is an album that has so many layers, like sonically, that every time you listen, you just pick up on something new. I obviously have the album as well. It's a great album, and there have been times where I listen to it more and listen to it less, yes, but nothing ever changes my mind that it's just a wonderful, wonderful album. I guess like my love for collecting vinyls or like any type of like physical format of like music, right, also kind of ties into like this greater want I have in my life, in my own personal life, to like archive things. I love archiving things. I guess it's just been on my mind recently because I've been going back and finding my old videos to upload onto this channel. So that is actually already ready to be published. Um, but because I wanted to like kind of have like my own personal library of like videos that I've done. Like for me, like when I created these videos like a couple years back, and even like now the podcast, right, it was always just for fun. um the thought of anybody actually outside of my friends watching these videos is so fucking horrifying. I'm not someone really like that enjoys being perceived by the public, but the reason why I keep doing these videos is because it's just fun. And I think more so, right, I cannot wait to be older and to like one day go back and watch these videos and be like, oh, this is how I looked like at this age. This is what I was thinking and like my personality, you know, that kind of thing. And I do see that now. So like these past videos were mainly from 2021 and 2022, right? Actually, it's like a very short window of time, like within 6 months of each other. It's 3 different videos. But in it, right, my everything changes. I feel like they are so distinct, right? Like in one video I had like I still have like my mullet, but it was permed already. And um yeah, it was permed, and I think it had like blue in it. And then like a month later it was like red hair. Like that is just so funny to me, I guess, to witness. Yeah, and I really am already appreciating having these videos, right? Just from like the recent like last few years. I can't imagine how it would be like when I'm like 40. And then one day I'm like, actually, you know what, let's go see my past selves, right? And I'm able to see myself at 21, at 22, now at 24 and 25. Other than vinyl collecting, I guess the similar sentiment also applies to like my journals, right? When I write and I archive my journals very intentionally, I'm always thinking about, I want to be able to capture how I felt at this age, at this time, at this day, you know? And in the past, like sometimes I go back and I read letters that I had written to myself at like 15, 16, 18, you know? And I feel so like nostalgic, and I also feel like so soft towards like these different versions of myself. I'm like giving like the avatar, you know? And I hope you guys are too. I hope you guys also have something that captures your own life, you know? Um, be it like social media, like, you know, your own Google Drive, like whatever it is. Everybody finds something I think that resonates well with them. And I just wish that everybody has the opportunity to experience this, you know, to be able to like look back in your at your own life at different points in time. Okay, I've cut open the plastic and everything, so let's just take a little pause from the yappy and go through the vinyl. Starting off, we have these hype stickers that I cut off the plastic off. I always try to retain everything as much as possible in its original condition. I'm not one for change, I can't lie. Let's see, made in Canada. I think it's reverse. I'm so sorry, not my fault. What does it say? This is the 10th anniversary edition. Hear me now, for I am Mac, brother of Holly, creator of another one. This is a double vinyl collection, including both another one and another demo one. And a 12-page booklet with new liner notes written by Mac, pressed on clear and blue Far Rockaway vinyl. So exciting. Let's take a look. So fun! I absolutely love this album. Wait, hang on, let's look at the back. Ooh, I'm so sorry about the reflection, but okay, so at the back we just have the track list for the original album and another demo one. I think, oh, that's a whole other album, not just it's all the demos to the songs on the album. That's crazy. Okay, let's open it up. What does it look like? Whoa. Okay, we got Mac in water playing on a keyboard. What do we have here? Mac on a cliff. Mac playing drums. Okay, really, really fun. Let's see. On this side, we have one. I can already see like the color a little bit. We have one record. Let's take a little peek. Oh, what does it say here? Mac Demarco, another one. This is the original album, but let's take a look at the pressing. Oh damn. Oh damn. That's gorgeous. So it's clear and it's like translucent blue on the other. That's a really gorgeous shade of blue, by the way. I'm so sorry about the oranges. Yeah. Oh my god, that is so gorgeous. I cannot wait to take this for a spin. And it comes in an anti-static sleeve. Amazing! I believe that all albums should come pre-made with an anti-static sleeve. What do you mean, like, I'm already spending so much to buy your album and I gotta buy more to take care of it properly? Like, come on, let's just be considerate, people. Okay, let's open the other side. Oh, this one is a bit of a thick one. So we have another record and the booklet. So this one is the second one. It says another demo one. So I think this is the other one. Duh. Let's take a look through the booklet. This is the front, yes. And this is the back. Let me just take a quick look. Oh wow. Okay, so we have some like photos of the band, I think when they were creating this album. And there is, oops. There is also like a little note. Let me just read a little bit. Okay. Hello, Mac here. Writing this blurb again for my record, another one's 10-year anniversary. It's starting to feel like I do this every couple of months. Guess that's just how often I used to make records back then. I wonder if I'll still feel the same in 10 years from now. Will anyone still listen to these records then? Who knows? Who cares? Only time will tell. Anyway, I'll just write whatever comes to mind about that period. Yeah, the rest of this is just like a little bit like talking about that time period. We got a couple more photos. I really like that it's not just Mac, but also like the band is included. Okay, let's read like just the very end of his essay. I gotta say, I was sort of dreading writing something for this album. Not for any particular reason, but this stroll down memory lane has been very heartwarming for me. Thank you for your curiosity, and thank you for listening to my songs. Mac. So sweet. I really like this shot as well. Just like him. That's really, really cool. Oh, I hope you guys like the album tour. Yeah, I can't wait to actually listen to this. Thank you to the person who bought this for me, friend. I love this album so much. I used to listen to Demarco a lot when I was like 18, 19, maybe like I think when I was 20 as well. And I think out of all the records, definitely this one was always my favorite. So it's kind of like a little bit crazy that I own this now because I always wanted to get it and I somehow just never did, right? It's always like this, like I've always wanted this. And I always feel so thankful when I get things that I've wanted for a long time because the satisfaction of owning something that you've wanted but not paying for it. Oh my god, unmatched. Unmatched. Okay, putting the stickers in and then the Made in Canada one at the back. Hey, this will sit very nicely in my record collection. Look at my mug, isn't it so huge? I got this mug in Vietnam. I don't really know what to yap about actually. Should I just yap about my mugs? Um, I do also enjoy collecting mugs. It's just so funny to me, I guess, because the nature of collecting mugs is literally the same as collecting vinyls, right? Like, and don't get me wrong, I really enjoy it, which is why I do it. I'm not trying to shame it. But with like vinyls, yes, I do appreciate. I always enjoy the album art. I always enjoy having like a physical media. I enjoy listening to it. Sometimes you hear new things and you get different versions of the same song sometimes, like digitally and online in media. Um, Mugs as well. I enjoy good pottery. I love having a little silly mug for any type of occasion. Different drinks go in different mugs. And I'm also very strangely particular about mugs. Like, I love this mug. Big handle, easy, and it's also a big cup. Um, which is really important for me personally because I really hate refilling water. I will carry around big bottles of water. Case in point, and I'll just leave it in my room forever. But I guess like a part of me does feel bad or feel guilty sometimes that certain things that I like to do involve just spending money or like just consuming, right? I'm sure in part also because of like a little of a poverty mindset that I've had since growing up. But I always feel a little bit guilty buying things to feed a hobby, I want hobbies to be nurturing. I want people to also be able to do things that are enjoyable without having to spend money, right? I feel like a lot of personal interests these days are capitalized on. A very notable example for me of this is actually Pilates. I think I read somewhere before that the exercise I don't know, or the sport was originally meant to be very like accessible, to be able to do like very easily at home, and now we have like Pilates gyms opening with like big recliners. What is it called? The thing that stretches you out. And not to say that these places are like not worth it, right? Obviously, it's nice to be able to go to a clean space, a dedicated space, right? You are paying for a service. But I also wish that it wasn't normalized that you have to do this in order to enjoy a certain sport or a certain hobby. I I guess I always feel a little bit sad when certain hobbies include pricing people out, right? I want people to be able to enjoy all of this. Am I a communist? I believe that poor people deserve good things too, basically. Also with the nature of like just the economy capitalizing on everything that you can get is grab your hands on these days, right? I also wonder truly how many hobbies are left that is not an industry as well, right? Or does not require money to be paid upfront. For me, I think journaling is one, right? Which is my favorite, and I always recommend it. Because you can really just start with a pen and paper, any pen and paper. There is a journaling kind of industry as well, right? Built around like specialty notebooks, pens. It is also a very big industry, but it has enough range where you can choose to invest more or not, right? It doesn't take away really from the essence of the activity, which is writing. I've also notoriously always felt this way about gardening, about plants, right? The plant industry, again, really, really big. Plants can go for like thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars, right? Depending on how rare it is. But it doesn't have to be if you choose not to, right? If you are someone that can stay true to like the true essence of, behind the meaning of the hobby, right? In, let's say, growing a plant, in taking care of it, in giving it what it needs, right? And also having a lot of patience. You can grow anything, right? It doesn't have to be this like $1,000 plant that you're growing. I I remember a couple months back, I think I plucked out like a weed, right? And I posted a little bit about this. Um, and it's always made me so sad, right? That weeds are not considered as like valuable plants. Like, it's literally not even called a plant, it's just referred to as a weed, right? But when you look at weeds, they also have their own beauty, their own unique beauty that somehow we just don't appreciate because we deem them as like monetarily worth less. I think it's just so sad. Like, guys, can we like things for their inherent beauty? Why can we not find joy in even the smallest of things? So, like, low key, whenever I meet like a plant enthusiast that only keeps like really rare, expensive plants, there is a part of me that wonders, like, are you doing this to say that you have a really expensive plant collection? Or are you doing this to actually grow a plant? Like, obviously this doesn't apply to like buying a plant that you really like that just happens to be expensive. Buy, right? Invest in your hobbies. I think it's so valuable to invest in yourself and the things that you like, right? For someone that grew up really kind of like anxious about money, I think it's also linked to, in a sense, my own self-love and self-worth. Because if I'm comfortable spending a certain amount of money on something that I like, in a way I'm proving to myself I deserve this amount of money. I am worth at least this amount of money. Which sounds not the healthiest, but it's a reassuring thing. Because I've let go. I'm healthy now. I spend on myself. Sometimes. I literally have nothing more to yap about. I guess I'm just not in a very yappy mood. So I apologize if this video is a little bit short. I'm tired. I'm gonna go watch a show or something. Been enjoying Rick and Morty a lot recently. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Tell me how you feel about the album. Tell me how you feel about your hobbies, whatever it is. Yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.